Time to get crafty. Well, welcome to Creations by Karen. Today we are going to make a Mother's Day wreath because it's less than a month to Mother's Day. Just letting everybody know. Good morning from Newfoundland. And so I'm going to show you how I made it. And today I'm going to show you how to cut the mesh because a lot of people have been asking. And so I'm going to do that. Good morning, good morning. I'm blushing. No, I'm not. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how I cut the mesh. Now I do use a wood burner and I'm only going to cut a couple of pieces of mesh today, so I'm not going to wear my protective device. Good morning, good morning. But if you are cutting mesh and you're using a wood burner, make sure you wear something over your nose and mouth and make sure your animals are not around. Good morning. Love all your wreaths you made this week. I live in London, Ontario, and all of Ontario are on a 28-day stay-at-home order, meaning you can't leave your house unless you are going to work, to get groceries where Fort is today, to medical appointments, whatever, anything that's essential you can go to, but just to go shopping, not happening. I thought I would take it upon myself to make a wreath for every single day that we're in this lockdown. That's 28 days. 28 wreaths. So today I think I posted number 10. Yeah, so I made 10 wreaths. Good morning, everybody. It's crazy, right? I know. I must have been losing my mind that day. Good morning, Patch. Good morning, Jackie, Debbie. Hey, everybody. You love watching you make your wreaths. Thanks. Well, thank you. Anyways, so last week, when I got to day 7, I posted all the wreaths, and I said, which ones do you like the best? And the winner of that is the ladybug wreath. So next week, I'm going to make that for you guys. And then from days 8 to 14, I'll do it again. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to cut this mesh. This is a wood burner. I got this at Michael's, I think. I used a coupon. I think it was maybe $16 or $17 with my coupon. And it's hot. And I've burnt my finger. I know this is like a rude finger, but like I basically have like a 3rd-degree burn on this finger from this. Anyway, you put your mesh down, and I made this grid that I have because I don't buy anything that I don't need to. Good morning. I don't buy anything that I don't need to. And so what I did is just got a piece of poster board, and I put my lines on it, and then put a piece of glass on top of it because I am cutting. I use this mostly for cutting. I use it most of the time, but I cut a lot of mesh. And if you do cut your mesh on a piece of wood or a table or something, you'll burn right through that bad boy, right? So you always have to make sure you have a piece of glass, or you can use, somebody said you could use a cookie sheet. I don't know one. So, okay, good morning. So I have my mesh. I have it down here. I have it on my grid line. So this one corner up here is on the 0, and right here is where my 10 inches. And this, all these petals are going to be cut in 10 inches. So I just take my wood burner, and they have different tips, and this is the one I'm using, is sort of a angled one, I guess. And this is deco mesh as well, so it's kind of woven kind of loosely. So I'm just going to start at my 10-inch mark, and I'm going to follow that down all the way to the bottom of it. And take your time doing this because then you don't have to make two rows of doing it. And then this is what it looks like. Perfectly cut at 10 inches. You following, people? Hi from Newfoundland. Hi, guys. Hi, Karen. I'm awesome. Well, I'm a lot of things. Don't know about awesome. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to do another one, okay? So once again, I just placed it down on my grid. And you want these to be perfectly 10 inches, right? So The roll of mesh is 10 inches, and I'm cutting it at 10 inches long, and that gives you a perfect square. And then I'm just going to come down with my wood burner and follow the grid line, but also follow along the mesh, right? Down we go. Okay. Easy peasy. Just be careful when you're doing it. Once again, make sure you use some kind of protective device over your nose and mouth, and also keep your cat away, or dog, or whatever. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Okay, so that's my mesh. So I used 1 roll of black mesh and 1 roll of this fuchsia. Pretty. Like it. All right. Okay, so another thing you're going to use is a Unique in the Creek character board. This is what it looks like when you get it. A Unique in the Creek character board. And the reason they call it a character board is because you can put something in the center of it. And I'm going to show you what did you make your board with. So this is a Unique in the Creek character board. I ordered these boards. It's a Canadian company. Good morning. Good morning. I have them sent to me. And they're really good about shipping out. Anyways, yeah, so this is a Unique in the Creek character board. Now, see all the holes in it? You see that? All the holes? I have kind of modified it. And I don't know how they feel about that. Good morning, good morning. But I did it anyway. So what I did was marked, because these holes go this way, and I need them to go this way, kind of. So I've marked on my board where I want extra holes. And then I've taken my power tool. Good morning. And then all you have to do, and this is not hard to do, so if you don't have one of these, it might be a bit difficult to do this, but you can always find somebody that has one. And all you do is just, this will sound kind of loud, so hang on. Just put this on where you've dotted, where you want to make the hole, and just do that. And that creates your hole. Okay? You good? Have you followed me so far, people? Give me a thumbs up. I want to see thumbs up. Craft Central is filling up with wreaths. It certainly is. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. Craft Central is what I lovingly call my basement. Okay, so this up here is where you have the hanging holes. That's where you're going to put the holes for your hanger. And I'm going to show you how I put the vinyl on it. Good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness. Hey guys. Hey, perfect. Thumbs up. Awesome. So this is how my center came. And this is vinyl. Really good quality vinyl. And I'm going to place this on my board, right? So, I know this is backwards for you guys. Sorry. But all you do is kind of peel this off like this, right? And then you're going to place this down onto your character board. Now, see where I have my 2 holes up here? That's where the hanging holes are. And I just want to make sure that I place this down so it's straight. Because once you put this bad boy down, you can't really get it off. Alright? So that looks, just kind of go around and look. And make sure that this is clear of any hair or whole stuff you've made. Okay? And you just place it down. Right? Now they said you can use like a credit card or something to flatten it out. I've never had to use one. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Yep. So, once again, Unique in the Creek character board. I've added some holes, and then I've placed my vinyl on it. And they have so many vinyls you can put. on the inside of your character boards, you just need to go to their website, uniqueinthecreek.com, and go to character boards for the character board or the wreath boards for this. You can get the flower boards. You can get all of it there, but you can get the vinyl there. Okay, perfect, awesome, yay. Okay, so that's done, out of the way, and then I've loaded my board. So this is one I've already made, and I've loaded it with all the tie wraps, and I use 6-inch tie wraps, 18-pound, and see how I've loaded them all with my extra board, extra holes I've made on here, right? And this one I'm using the regular holes, right? So this is what it looks like. Just put all the holes in it. Okay, I think it's a piece of glass. Oh, I made this myself. It's just a piece of poster board with a piece of glass on top. Thank you, Ida. Okay, so there's my, and I've put my hanger on in the holes on the top. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the fold for the petal, and we're going to use pink and black. So I got a couple of them here, and I'll show you first, because pink on first. I'll show you the fold we're using the pink. So just get your tie wraps out. And I got my Dollar Tree elastics, right? So we're going to use a Dean Michaels fold. Perfect. So you have your piece of mesh. You have your finished side on the right and the left, right? So you just, and this is the sides that we've used the wood burner. So you just want to turn it into a diamond shape, like that, okay? You take the top to the bottom. And these are perfectly cut at 10 inches, okay? So then I put my hand on here because I don't want them to split, because you want these petals to be very crisp and sharp. And then you just come to the bottom and you scrunch in the middle, and then you scrunch again and again and again, and scrunch on the other side, like that. So this is what your petal looks like. Perfect petal. No yellow mesh. I have orders for wreaths using yellow mesh, and I can't get any. I know. Okay, and then you just put your rubber band on it, and there's your petal. I'm going to do one more for you. Okay, this is fold side, curl side up, alright? So this is curl side down, this is curl side up. So make it into a diamond shape. Take this, come down to the bottom, turn it, place your hand on here, come to the bottom, scrunch at the middle, and then scrunch this way, and then scrunch this way. Okay? Then take your rubber band. Hi guys. Hey everybody. It's nice to see everybody this Sunday morning. It's raining here in London, Ontario, Canada. What's it doing in your city? There you go. And there's the petal again. Okay? You good? You guys got the petal? Dean Michael fold. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and put all the petals on the outside row. Hobby Lobby. We don't have a Hobby Lobby here. And I like poly burlap mesh for making my flowers. Nope. They have this kind of weird color at Michael's. It's kind of a gold. It's not like a bright, vibrant yellow. It's more of a gold. Hi, Vic. Thanks, Vic. Okay, got my bucket of petals already folded, because it takes a while to do that, my friends. All right, take your petal. Hi, Karen. Do you get cramps in your hands from doing so many petals? Yes, I do. Yep. I do a lot of petals and I get a lot of cramps. So I'm just going to take my petal. Doesn't matter where you start here, my friends. And just place it down. And I like to put this kind of where I have, like it's kind of halfway between the two holes. And just take your needle nose pliers and you scrunch it up. Alright, so there's my first petal on. Okay, perfect. Alright, we're just going to go around, put all these petals in. You're going to need 16 petals. And when I place the petal down, I want the finished edge, remember we talked finished edges, to cover the previous petal. And this is why, don't worry about these coming apart, because you know I'm going to show you how to fix that, right? Just place it down and just snug it up. Put your petal down. Sounds like a broken record, but this is the fun part actually of making this wreath. The folding of the petals, the cutting of the petals, that's not fun. But this is. It's nice when you can watch it come together. 16 of them. Hi, from Thunder Bay. I wish I was in Thunder Bay today. Seeing Fort, who's grocery shopping apparently. Yeah, I wish I was there. Maybe next time we come up I can meet my peeps from Thunder Bay for coffee. Hopefully. In St. John's. Is it poly burlap mesh that you got, Dawn? Poly burlap mesh? Because that's what I like to use for my flowers. And when you're placing these down, guys, you want to make sure that they're all the same size, right? Because you'll notice if they're not. That's why being really careful when you're cutting your mesh, it's important. Put this. Sounds great. All right, we can do that. There's a few of you from Thunder Bay here on my page. We just got to get through this crap that's happening here. No, they haven't had poly burlap in a while. Yeah. They do have it on their website, but once again, it's not vibrant yellow. It's more of a gold, which I think would work. I think I have some here, and I'll do something. Maybe I'll do a Sarah flower in that gold. I mean, it's still pretty, but it's not the really vibrant sort of yellow that I like. Yeah. Keep coming around, guys. You're doing great. I know the longest time it takes to make this particular wreath is cutting the mesh and folding the petals. So cutting the mesh, it probably took an hour to cut all the mesh, and then it probably took more than an hour to fold all the petals. So that's why I do them ahead of time. Okay, and I'm going to go around and cut all these off at the once I get them all in. Okay. Just a few more to go in of the, it's kind of a very vibrant fuchsia. Now the other one I did it in like a really soft pink, but I'm doing this one in fuchsia because it kind of picks up the fuchsia that's in this vinyl. Looks pretty. Yes, I do sell the wreaths that I'm making. So if you've seen a wreath that I've made, or that I will be making in the next 28 days, or how many days are left? 12. I don't know how many more days there is. 18 more days, 18 more wreaths I have to make. Oh my goodness. Just message me. We could chat about it. Right, last pink going in. I'm going to do the black. I'll show you the fold again for those of you that came late to the party. Good morning, Marianne. Okay, so this is my last of my pink going in. And then I'm going to cut all these off, right? All the extra tie wrap. Got my handy tie wrap cutter. And you just come down, and this just snugs it down and cuts it at the same time. So it keeps it securely in place. Make sure you got your garbage handy. Just place these down. And then I'm going to go around and I'm going to turn all my tie wraps to the heads of the tie wraps to the side. Because I think if you don't do that, they don't lay, the next petal doesn't lay flat. It's just my thought. Good morning, good morning. Nice to see everybody this morning. I think wreaths for Mother's Day are awesome to give as gifts to your mom if you have one still. It doesn't have to be a Mother's Day wreath, but you can give a wreath and it would be nice on her door, right? She'd be able to look at and think of you every time she opened the door. Just going to make a Mother's Day wreath. I want to see who's actually going to make a Mother's Day wreath. Okay. So got all my tie wraps cut off, and then I'm just going to turn these to the side. And because I'm using this special snugger, I call it a snugger, it's sometimes really difficult to turn them. But just give it your best shot. And it doesn't have to be perfectly to the side. They just have to be sort of off the center. All right? There we go. Turning your tie wraps. Okay. So this is what my wreath looks like just with the first set of petals on. Pretty, right? Good morning, good morning. Okay. All right, the next petal we're going to put on is black. Got some black mesh cut. For those of you who are late to the party, I'm going to show you how to fold the petal. Good morning, good morning. Dean Michael fold, apparently. All right. Hi, guys. Okay. Take your piece of mesh. Finish dyed, right and left. Okay? Curl side up. Curl side up. Right? Put it in a triangle. Take your finished edge on the right to bring it down. Place your hand down. So you have a triangle. Come into the middle. Scrunch it one way. And then scrunch it this way. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, and then just take your rubber band. Got them at the Dollar Tree. And just put your, oh my goodness. Put your rubber band on there. They must have changed their manufacturer for the rubber bands at Dollar Tree, because these ones aren't as good. So there's my petal. Make one more for you. It looks beautiful. Thanks, Lori. We have the same last name. Okay, top, bottom. Place your hand on the top. Come to the bottom and scrunch it. Okay. Take your rubber band. Hi, guys. Yeah. It's very pretty, actually. Quite like it. just place your rubber band on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Petal, done. We'll put the black ones in now. So you just take your petal. You can start anywhere, and because I've drilled the holes on the inside of these two petals, like here, they're kind of going to sit sort of in between those petals. And first I did one and I didn't do that. I didn't put the extra holes in. I wasn't happy. And goodness knows we never want an unhappy me. Clear bands are difficult to find. Oh, well, right now almost everything is difficult to find, especially here. But I got mine at Dollar Tree in the hair section. Okay? So just place your petal down and snug it up. Got my bucket full of folded petals here. Just gonna place them in. Hi Karen, I'm in the process of attempting to make a peacock. Oh. No, I didn't get the picture you sent. Send it again, Jackie. I'd love to see it. Yeah, just send me another. Send it again. Whoops. So these petals will look a little bit closer together, and that's fine. Push your petal down. Don't worry about these splitting out, right? Because we'll fix that with a little bit of hot glue. I really like it when you guys send me your good morning from New York. You guys send me your pictures of wreaths that you've made. I really like seeing them. Gives me almost a purpose. Makes doing this worth it, right? Dollar Tree has 500 in a pack. Family Dollar? Or that must be a States thing. Yes, ours are in a package of 500 as well. You guys seem to have a lot more dollar stores in the United States than we do in Canada. Our primary ones really are Dollar Tree and Dollarama. My petals never look as nice as yours, no matter how I put them. You know what? It's just practice. Debbie, it's just practice. I mean, my petals didn't look like this when I first started. Nope. They looked sad. But it just takes practice to get things right. That's all it takes. Practice and perseverance. Just persevere. Once again, I'm putting these petals on in the holes that I've drilled into my board with my power drill. This looks good. I like it. You're welcome. Yes, this one can be for sale. If you want this, just message me. It's difficult to ship to the States, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to. The shipping is ridiculous. The States have much better prices in shipping. Like I was going to ship something to Alberta, I think. I think it was just like a mesh wreath. It's like $55 Canadian. I mean, I don't charge $55 for my wreath. So I found it just a little crazy. Hi from Texas. Are the pink and the black petal the same? Yes, they are. D. Michael fold. Why is it called a D. Michael fold? Because D. Michael created the petal. And I've been working on trying to get a petal, a different petal that I can make it called the Karen petal. I don't know if that'll ever happen. There's a lot of people out there making stuff and coming up with different petals. That might take a while. Good morning from northern Indiana. Cold, dreary day. It's, well, I think it might have stopped raining. It's not going to be as warm as it has been here. We've had like an incredible April so far. We've had some beautiful days. Like I think it was 20-something, 24 or something one day this week past. It's awesome. Of course I was working, so it's nice when it's nice outside and you get outside and go for a walk. Or I was mucking around in my gardens and my garage. So just putting these petals in, you guys, if you're late to the party, you need 16 for the outside and 16 for the inside. Okay? Last one. Going in. Here we go. Okay. Gonna go around and cut all the tie wraps off. Extra. Good morning, Sue. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Whoops. Okay, just going through, cutting these off. Like this. And I'll pick it up and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, you can make it. Well, the colors in the center of this are black, red, pink, fuchsia. It's really pretty, actually. So you could use any colors you want, I guess. I just chose these colors because it kind of went with the inside. Alrighty. Take your time, guys. When you take your time doing this, it'll turn out. And if it doesn't turn out, you can take all your tie wraps off and try again. It doesn't have to be perfect. They're just going to know that you made it for them, right? That's all that they care about. All right, so there's where we're at with the second row of petals in, the black. I'll hold this up so you guys can see. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you like it so far, because it's just going to get better. All right? Let me see some. All right, now, the problem with doing the petals this way on this particular board, there we go, guys, awesome, is that this kind of is just exposed. So I have to find ways to cover this up. And I've used ribbon, just scrunching ribbon. But on this one, I'm going to put some tulips in. Thank you. Thanks, guys. So I'm going to just put this over here for a second. Now, I have a whole bucket of tulips here. And these are tulips that I got at Michael's. Earlier in the season. You can't get them now, of course, because they're out of stock or wherever. And I think it's really, you can't even get them online. Anyways, and I used 4 bunches, and they're $6.99 a bunch. Of course, I got them 2 for 1. So $3 a bunch, and I used 4. And I just cut them sort of at the base so they look like this. right? I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. To cover up the bottom of these petals, I'm going to put some tulips in. So I'm going to take, see how this has 3 tulips, and then I'm going to take another one with 3 tulips. And I just put them together like this, and I just put them in that tie wrap that I've placed down. And what this does, it covers up the base of the petals. You just zip it closed. Don't worry about your ends. You're not going to see them. And then you want to cut that tie wrap off. So you're going to do this every time you go around. Okay? And you can manipulate these kind of. Don't go crazy though, because they will pop off. So see how that's covered up the base of that petal? Can't see it. So we're just going to go around and put the 3 petals in, or the petals in, to cover up the base. You just put it in, and you just place it down. Kind of manipulate them so that they're covering everything you need covered. Just take your needle nose pliers, snug it down. Yeah, you know, you have to use your imagination when you start being crafty, I guess. And I think I'm going to make a couple of things with different kinds of petals. And if you have little exposed spots, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you how to fix it. I'll need to get up and get my glue gun. Got to bring it down with me. So some of these only have 2 on them. And that's just me picking out ones in a hurry that I didn't go through and pick them ones that had the 3. Just place this down. And cut it off as you go. Anybody have any questions? Very pretty, thank you. It is pretty. And it covers up a bunch of evil. So you have 16 tie wraps on the inside row. So you're going to need enough tulips to cover up all the ends of those petals. Okay? Good. I'm glad. And I always have a few extra, and that's where I can use them for filler. So just take your time. If you take your time doing this, you're not going to have any concerns. Might have to jump up and get my glue gun so I can plug it in. Give me 1 minute. Sorry, guys. I'm going to plug my glue gun in so it'll be ready to go. There we are. Okay. There we are. Okay, so it's going to heat up for me. All right. Oops, and it went down. Okay. Let's proceed on, shall we? There are flowers beside the tulips you can use. Yeah, absolutely. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to use tulips. I just had them. I mean, with being in a lockdown, it's not like you can go out and get some shopping done and buy stuff that you need. I kind of have to use, so for all these wreaths that I'm making this month, it's all stuff that I have here. Or that I've ordered in on Amazon or Unique in the Creek. Because they can, you know, if you don't have, if your stuff isn't, I mean, I like to go in and look at my stuff. Like, say if I'm going to Michael's to get something specific, I got to look at the stuff first. Just to make sure that it's exactly what I want, right? So if you are making a Mother's Day wreath, is anyone else finding the video portion frozen? You can just go out and come back and refresh, because that often is what's happened. Mine's fine. I haven't had it frozen at all. Is anybody else having a problem? Marilyn? Just go ahead. Oh, that came off, so don't worry about that. I will go back and put it on. Just go around and place your petals in. Yes, so next Sunday, we are going to make the ladybug wreath that everybody liked. Somebody asked me if I would do a workshop on that. I think probably it would take too long to do that, because there's a lot. I did do variations of the flower board, putting extra holes in, and it took a long time for me to make because it has a special fold on the flower or a petal. Lolly petal, I think it's called. Love the ladybug. Thanks, guys. Over here, non-essential shops are open. No. No. It's crazy, right? I know. I know. We can get through this, guys. We just have to find a way to do that, right? Just find something to do. Get out and walk. Cleaned out some cabinets. There's nothing else to do. Can't go to the gym. Can't do anything fun. Can't go see Fort. Which I had a trip planned for the end of the month to go see him. Thunder Bay. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So with all this COVID stuff, it's been since December that I've seen him. Does that make me happy? No. No, it does not. We'll see how it goes. Just place your petals in. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Stephanie. You guys are late to the party. Glad you're here. All right. Let's go around and put your petals in. Now there are areas up here that look a little barren because I only had 2 instead of 3. And I'm just going to go in and I've got extra that I'm just going to stick in. But this just covers up the base of these petals that I'm putting in. Otherwise it would be not attractive, I guess. So you just find your own way, right? Like I'd never seen this done. Figured it out. Don't need to be a rocket scientist, just have to have an imagination. I'm going to do maybe another one with different flowers, I guess. That could happen in the next few weeks. Got 28 days of wreathing to make for you guys. Just come around. We need 3 more sets to go in. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing all right. Just place these down. You don't want to cover up that Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day thing you got happening here, so you got to make sure that's out of the way. If any of these tulips jump up, don't worry about it. We'll stick them down with some glue. Oh, I didn't cut that off. I need to cut that off. This one goes in. There we are. One more set to go in. Then the finishing touches. Imagination, patience, and a few cuss words and crafts come together. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yeah. Yes. I think cussing helps most things. So this is my last set of tulips going in. And you kind of have to just encourage them to go in, because you want them to lay flat. Place them down, and especially on this last one, you're going to see some empty spots, and we're going to fix that in just a minute. Okay. Now I'm going to hold this up, but please know that this is not the end product, right? All right. So this is where we're at. Oh, guys, that's awesome. Okay, so here we're at. So see, there's some barren spaces. No worries. We'll fix it. There we go. Okay, so I have a few extra petals that I'm going to place in. And I'm going to hang this up on my wreath hanger, so you can see how I do that, right? So here we go. So just going to turn a little bit, hang my wreath up. Like so. So then I can see where it needs some extra fill, right? So this is like spaces that I need to stick some extra flowers in, just to fill it up. All right. So got my petals, my flowers here. Extras. Got my Gorilla Glue. And we're just going to put some Gorilla Glue on and stick them down. Okay, so, and these are actually 3 different colors. I don't know if you guys can see that. But kind of look to see what you want. I like this one here. More Gorilla Glue, yep. Be generous with this. I'm going to stick that there. Give it a sec. Some Gorilla Glue here. bag of Gorilla Glue. Walmart. $14, I think. You can't get them right now because they've got that part of the store closed off. They don't consider Gorilla Glue an essential product. Oh, Lexi's up here having a look. Just stick that in. See how that covers that barren spot? I don't know. Where did you get my... Oh! Hang on. Okay, Lex, you can't... Nope. Okay. Okay, go. Where did I get my hanger? I actually got it at a garage sale. If you believe it. It's awesome. I have got 2 of them, actually. They're great. Thank you. Alright, so we're just going to go around and we're going to put some tulips in where I see some empty spots. Because what you don't want is the ends of these petals to show. Because that would not be nice. And it's important, I think, that everything looks finished, right? No bare spots. Stick this one in here. See, there's some bare spots there. Just fill them up. Just make it look pretty. Just go around. Fill up your space. There's one there. I need to put something there. Somebody asked me about putting a bow on it. You know, I think a bow would just take away from this, how it looks, right? You can go ahead and put a bow on. It's just not something I would do. Just takes away from, for me, it just takes away from the wreath itself. And I like things that are simple. That's just me. If you want to put a bow on it, put a bow on it. Looks good. Thank you. All right. I need to put one here. See these empty spaces? Gotta fill those bad boys up. But you don't want to cover this part, the Happy Mother's Day part, right? Need one there. Need one there. See how this one's kind of hanging out? Tuck it around. That leaves a little hole there. Okay. Where did you drill the extra holes? I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, I'm just going to finish this up. Yeah, I think you're right, Mary. I think no bows sometimes is better. But everybody has their own way of doing things, and just make it your own. That's all that matters. This looks good. See how this pink is showing at the bottom? I don't want it to show, so I'm going to be putting quite a few petals in there just to cover that. And you might have some hanging glue. Don't worry about it. You just pull it off afterwards. Stick them in. And that just covers this pink stuff, right? My preference is, yeah. Yep, just make it yourself. Just make it for you. And like I make a lot of stuff, and I tear a lot of it apart because I get it finished and I'm not happy with it. So my kind of reasoning is if I'm not happy with it, guys aren't going to be happy with it. So you just make things look as nice as they can be, especially if you're selling them. You want to make sure that it's going to look good. This is looking pretty good. Like it. Just going around. This looks pretty. I like the tulips, man. They look pretty. Just gives it a little extra. You see how my tulips are all coming around the same sort of line? That's important. That's absolutely, thank you very much. Just put them in. Yeah, so I'll go back and I'll show you the board where I've put the placement of the petals, or the holes, the extra holes that I drilled in for these part, because this is a unique in the Creek character board, and it wasn't built for these type of petals, so that's why I had to put extra holes in. I'll show you. I don't have a problem with that. And it's made of recycled plastic, so it's easy to drill through. I want to put a petal in there, or a tulip in there. Okay, this is come along, my friends. Yep, like it. Might put one down here. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, then you just look. There's one spot up here. Thanks, guys. Thank you. And this one needs something. Okay. That wants to sit up, but I'm going to take that one right off. I'm going to cut this off. And then we'll stick this down. Okay, in here. There we go. Okay. So that's pretty good. Quite like it. I'll hold it up so you guys can see. And I'm going to probably just hang it up and stare at it for a few days, just to add some extra stuff if I need to. So this is where we're at. Okay. There you go. It's all the petals put in. Okay, give me a thumbs up on this one if you guys like it. Let me see them. Good. Now, remember how he said I'll show you how to fix these. So I like these petals to be very crisp and sharp looking at the ends. So if they start to split apart, somebody asked me about, good morning, miss you too, Garrett. For those of you who have a challenge making this Dean Michael fold, because it's important to make sure that the tops of the petals are crisp, you just take a little bit of hot glue, not a lot. Put a little wee dab on the top of that petal, and you just take them and you put them together and you just hold it for a second. That is a cheater way of conquering the D magical petal. Don't care. Works for me. I do it a lot. Because I make them and I put them on and I think they look awesome. And then I look at them again and I see that they're not completely like pointed. And so I have to do a little bit of fixing. There we go. Like this. There. Okay, see? It's easy. Easy peasy. Make sure when you're mucking around with hot glue that you use finger protection. It's important. Alright. So I'm going to hang this back up, and then I'm going to show, somebody asked me about the placement of the holes on the character board, and I will show you that. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this, put this back up on its hanger. There we go. It's cute. I like it. What does the vinyl say? Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, I know it's backwards, guys. Sorry. Thank you very much, guys. It's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So, the character board. This is a character board. It doesn't come with this piece of vinyl on it. It comes looking kind of like this. But I've placed this piece of vinyl on it. So see how there's 3 holes here? I put an extra hole next to the one at the top. Okay? And then I put 2 holes in between the holes on the second row. I'm going to draw a bigger thing so you guys can see. So there, and one there, and one there. Okay? And I did that all the way around. So this is what it looks like. Okay? So here's your board with the existing holes in it. I've drilled a hole here next to this hole. And I've drilled 2 holes between these 2 holes. See that? Where I've marked it? That's what I did on this particular board to get this effect that I wanted here. Is that clear? I don't have any finger protectors. Well, I do have them, Bonnie. I have finger protectors. They're somewhere down here in Craft Central. No idea where they are. So I didn't wear them. Instead, I burn myself. Okay. Alright guys, so I think that's it. I'm going to go through, thank you very much Marlene. I'm going to go through and look at everybody's comments because I miss a lot of things when I'm trying to do this and look at comments, and I'll go back and watch this and look at the comments and reply to anybody that needs me to reply. Oh, I think this would probably, I think this would be about $50, I think. If you wanted it. I think that would work. Thank you, Debbie. I'm going to go back and look at all the comments and reply to you if I couldn't while I was doing the live. Thank you. All right, so that's it for today. Next week, next Sunday morning at 9 o'clock, we're going to make that bumblebee, or that ladybug. That's up there. See it? And all these wreaths that are behind me are all wreaths that we made in the 28 days of wreathing during a lockdown. So I'm going to take those all down and put the next 7 days up. Okay. Thanks very much, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm glad you stopped in. Make sure you hit the notification button so you know every time I go live. And until then, be safe, everybody. Love you all. Have a good one. Bye.